Unit 2C Test Review Part 8. We are almost done. Hang in. Find the measure of angle K. LK is congruent to KM is congruent to ML. We have an equilateral triangle, so we have an equiangular triangle. So every angle is the same measure. It is 60 degrees. Yeah, I could do all this calculation. Fiddly-dee, the measure of angle K is 60 degrees. Done. Now, here we go. This may be more interesting. If AB is parallel to DC in this picture, what is the measure of angle D? Well, we have parallel lines cut by a transversal, and we want the measure of angle D. When we have parallel lines cut by a transversal, we have angle A and angle D are alternate interior angles. We know they're alternate interior angles because they are on opposite sides of the transversal, and they are both inside the parallel lines. So we have alternate interior angles. What does that mean? That means, ladies and gentlemen, that they are congruent. So if we can find the measure of angle A, we know the measure of angle D. Is this a question about sides or a question about angles? It is a question about sides. So what do we have? To find this, we know that angle A plus 26 plus 80 equals 180 degrees. 80 plus 26, 106 degrees. Therefore, angle A is 180 degrees minus 106 degrees, and that means angle A is 74 degrees. So angle D is 74 degrees. Write the equation of a line that passes through the points -6, 4, and 12, -2. What do we need? We need two things. We need a point and a slope. We know the slope is equal to change in y over change in x, and that means it's y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Well, I'm going to call this point 1, and I'm going to call this point 2. This is x, this is y, this is x, this is y. So now what? y2 is 4 minus y1, -2, over x2, -6, minus x1, which is 12. Okay, so that gives us 4 plus 2 is 6 over -18. That's the same as -1/3. So now I have a slope. All I need now is a point slope form. Y minus y1, and I'm going to use this for my point. Y minus 4 is equal to -1 third times x minus x1. So y minus 4 is equal to negative 1/3 x. This is plus 6 times negative 1/3 is 6 over negative 3 minus 2. And if I want to change this to point slope form, I add 4 to each side so that I have y equals negative 1/3 x, add 4 to each side, plus 2. Let's finish up quickly. In the figure, angle 1 is 16x plus 14 degrees. 16x plus 14 degrees. 2 is 19x minus 16 degrees. What's the measure of angle 3? Figure not drawn to scale. Figure's never drawn to scale, so who cares? What do we know? We know we have vertical angles. Vertical angles are congruent. So we have 16x plus 14 equal to 19x minus 16. I subtract 16x from each side. That will give me 3x minus 16 equals 14. Now I add 16 to each side, and that gives me 30x equals, no, I'm sorry, that gives me 30 is the same as 3x. Well, if 3x is equal to 30, I can divide both sides by 10. Dividing both sides by 10 gives me, no, divide both sides by 3, that gives me x equals 10. Am I done? I don't think so. I have to find the measure of angle 3. Angle 1 plus angle 3 make a linear pair. 16x plus 14 degrees is 16 times 10, that's 160, plus 14. 160 plus 14 is 174. Angle 3 is equal to 6 degrees. Because a linear pair are supplementary and they add to 180 degrees. Okay, we're going to finish this last problem, then we'll be completely done. AB is one side of triangle ABC. Point D is the midpoint of AB, and point C is located on the perpendicular bisector of AB. Point A is located at 0, 1. Point B is located at 6, 9. What is the slope of CD? Okay, what do we have? We have point D, the midpoint of AB. C is on the perpendicular bisector of AB, and D is the midpoint. Well, if I want the midpoint of this segment, an easy way to do it is figure out the change in y, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. My change in, half of my change in y is 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, my change in x is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 3. There's my midpoint. The slope CD, if we have a perpendicular bisector, slope CD is the negative reciprocal of slope AB. Well, what is slope AB? Slope of AB, change in y over change in x. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We've done this before. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can I simplify that? I can simplify that. 8 over 6 is the same as 2 times 4 over 2 times 3. So my slope is 4/3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Yep, I can prove that. The slope of CD is the negative reciprocal of that, -3/4. Down 1, 2, 3 over 1, 2, 3, 4. I can even draw that puppy. And with my little handy dandy protractor, I can prove that is a right angle. I am done. If you can solve all these problems, you are ready for this test. There's the final solution. Have a lovely holiday. I will see you on Monday.